Rob Sanders.
Some would be entertained by it. Some would be horrified by
Kale
it.
Carolina Jackpot Hall.
All would be interested in it.
The Rob and Kale Podcasts.
Let's go.
All right, welcome in to the Rob and Kale Podcast. I'm Rob Sanders. Thanks for joining us this evening. I welcome in the best damn Gamecock YouTuber on the planet, my podcast co-host, Mr. Carolina Jackpot, Kale Hall. Kale, what's up, buddy?
Good evening, Rob. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. It's my son's birthday. Took him to do the things he likes to do today. So had a pretty good day today.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right, we got a lot to talk about tonight. I want to make sure I put out there that the Calloway standings are opened up. You can go and check out and see where you stand. Shout out to who was it? Someone put. I want to make sure we give them credit. Somebody went 11-0, but then went and changed their picks, and they actually on the last pick they went 8-0. So they went from 11-0 to 8-0 or 8-3. Colby DeBose, trust your guts, sir.
Is that Colby the Georgia fan? This the one that's friends with Lou and them? Is that Colby?
That might be him. I'm not really completely sure, sir, to be honest with you.
Not sure what his last name is.
But he had 11 correct.
Colby Covers over on YouTube.
Yeah, he had 11 correct, and then all of a sudden, but changed it, went back, and now he had 8 correct. So,
well, speaking of Georgia fans, old Sir UGA was about to get the yellow slapped off his teeth yesterday during that live stream. Motherfucker pissed me off.
Well, so I tuned into the live stream for a minute.
He was trying to troll me.
Well,
Did you see the part during the live stream where they had a picture of when they went to Las Vegas with Lou, Pigskin Pete, Huffer Billy Paul, and Sir UGA with their suit jackets and stuff on their hats? I'm like, Lou looked good. Pigskin Pete looked good. I said, Huffer Billy Paul looked good. And then I went in the kitchen and got a trash bag and I put it over myself and tied the back of it. And I said, and here's you. I said, messing up the entire equation.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't even hardly get it over myself because it was one of those kitchen size bags. It wasn't a large trash bag. It was just the 13 gallon.
It would have been funny if you would have sang the Sesame Street song. One of these things is not like the other. One of these things just doesn't belong.
Yeah, why did he piss me off? Because, Jerry says, why did he piss me off? Because he was over there pulling for the LSU Tigers for no damn reason. And every time I've watched Georgia play, I always support them. So, yeah, pissed me off.
There was one guy that I tuned in at one point. There was one guy that said he was a Gamecock fan and like got into your shit and was talking about you being drunk and stuff. And
oh yeah. Oh, I went off on him. I let him.
You gave him the whole. I like how you spelled out your last name like it's really fucking hard to spell Hall. That was the funny part for me.
Well, I'll look for some of those in the back because nobody can spell Kale. It's been spelled Kale, Kayle, Kyle. The first day of school every year, man, was always a nightmare. Because I'm like, I told one teacher one year, I said, it's 4 letters. I said, you can't pronounce my name right.
I just look, and I know people mess up the Kale thing, but the fact that you spelled out Hall showed to me that you didn't think that guy could do anything.
Aaron says you always support Georgia when they play. Sure, you're a South Carolina fan. Yes, I do. I support them when they play. Not against us, of course. I mean, duh. But
well, look, we've got a lot of stuff to get into this evening. We're going to put the number out where you guys can join in just a moment and get some instant raw reaction here. I mean, I say it's raw. It's been over 24 hours now. But yesterday, South Carolina lost to LSU, their first loss of the season, 36-33, missed a field goal as time would expire. Jackpot, I'm going to give you the condensed version from what I gather here. South Carolina jumps out 17-0 lead. LSU figures out some things, starts moving the ball a little bit on offense. Sellers gets hurt. Some calls go against South Carolina. Ashford comes in. Ashford's not, the general of the offense like Sellers is. And LSU goes out and guts out a win in Columbia. Lots of fans are pissed off, but there is room for the Gamecocks to improve. But I think the leap from week 1 to now has been monumental with that football program. But a tough loss to swallow because this game kind of reminded me of the Florida game last year where motherfuckers, and you should have won.
Yeah, it reminded me of that a lot, except that Florida is not as good as LSU. But yeah, I mean, the very disappointing part to me was that defensive line, that we're still giving up too many yards on the ground. Who was this no-name running back that they had that ran for, I think he had 8 yards to carry, this number 29?
I think it was Cameron. I can't remember, but
I can't remember whatever his name is. We'll call him. He's a true fucking freshman. South Carolina has a real issue with making stars out of true fucking freshmen, and it really pisses me off.
To be fair, Jackpot, I messaged a couple of folks that coach, and they said the big thing is that it's not an issue of the defensive lines getting blown off the ball. It's an issue of.
I didn't never say the true freshman didn't tear our ass up on the ground. That's what I just finished saying. Is that not what the fuck I just finished talking about? God damn. It's fucking horse shit.
Yeah.
No, fuck this shit. I was really, For the first time, I was contemplating not doing this damn thing tonight because I don't want to listen to this fucking horse shit from people.
Well, don't look at the comment section. Fuck them. Turn it off.
Fucking fuckers.
The reality is, though, is that
sat there and said the true freshman tore our ass up on the ground, and it fucking pisses me off, and it's concerning.
I think it's an issue of, from what I was told, the defensive linemen over pursue a little bit, and they get caught up a little bit in delays and draws and things like that, and that's where they make those plays. That's constructive. Okay, I'm not bitch slapping your team. I'm just saying that's kind of what I looked at it and I saw. That's why you kind of got caught with a couple of those slants to slant for a touchdown. The defensive linemen were in the backfield. They were right there getting ready to kill the quarterback, but he made a quick throw.
Well, I mean, kill the quarterback. I mean, we get flagged for that. We kill the quarterback. We get a flag on that one. So who knows what the hell to do at that point.
The horse collar call was horse shit. I'll give you that. But the other play where on the interception, Kennard knew as soon as he hit him that he was wrong. And he knew that was going to be called against him as soon as he did it. It was one of those things like you put your hand in the fire and, oh, fuck, it's hot. He knew as soon as it happened. So I'll give you the horse collar play, but the other one, refs are going to call that. They're going to call it.
Well, they're especially going to call it.
Well, the coaches have to get the players coached up. If you touch that quarterback, they're going to get you. Don't do it. So, that's just my opinion on it. I know Gamecock fans feel a little bit harsher on that side of it, but you see that everywhere. But the other comedy part for me is LSU fans were definitely on Twitter yesterday. Man, the refs are fucking us too. So they thought they were getting the shaft from the refs, but I venture to say South Carolina had 126 penalty yards yesterday. That is,
Yeah, you can't win like that. You really can't.
can't do that.
So, yeah, the rush defense, which apparently this young man's a 5-star. I didn't know that, but still, it doesn't matter. It's a 5-star true freshman. This is what your third game, and yeah, it's still that's inexcusable. Inexcusable.
In the end, though,
Unfortunately, Mitch Jeter is not the field goal kicker anymore. He probably would have hit that at the end of the thing. But there were several boneheaded calls there that I didn't understand. Some coaching decisions I didn't understand. I didn't understand the decision at the end of the first half to not try what was it like? Would have been like a 56-yard field goal to try to put more points on the board by Beamer. Instead, he just takes a knee. I mean,
did you feel, Jackpot, and once again, I'm not trolling you here, but did you feel like Beamer kind of took his foot off the gas once they got up big? Once they got up 17-0, it just seemed like the offense was more predictable, and it wasn't like it was when it was zeros. Yeah,
definitely. But if he had let that young man try to bomb that field goal from 57, 58 yards, whatever it was, if he hit it, imagine what that would have done, giving you 3 more points, giving him confidence, giving us a shot in the arm, giving us some momentum, knowing that we're going to have to give the ball away to start the second half. And if he had missed it, I really don't think it would have – I don't think it would have hurt you as much as it would have helped you if you had made it.
Well, I think that it could have been
more. Wouldn't have hit it, seeing as he couldn't hit a 49-yarder. But
yeah,
Well,
Gamecock Chuck agrees with me. They played to try to hold on. I agree with you. And look, when you're going out against a team like LSU that comes in with the tradition that they have, etc., you've got to you got to go with the Spurrier method. Put your foot on their throat and keep stepping. And you know what? If they make some plays and make you pay for it, at least you went down swinging. You know?
Gary Carson says LSU was the better team 10 out of 9 times.
What?
What? Huh?
What? I don't know what kind of math that is, but
that sounds like some of that Tennessee Law math right there, brother.
All right, a couple more things before we take calls here, Jackpot. There was I didn't have an issue with this, but apparently lots of people were upset.
Says he couldn't make the short field goal at the end. How's he going to make the long one before halftime? Well, in fairness, we didn't know at halftime that he couldn't make the short. He was kicking 60-yarders before the game. Kirk Herbstreit and Fowler both said that.
Yeah.
They should have let him kick that.
At least try. Silly. What the hell do you have from trotting? You
know? The worst thing that could happen would be that it gets blocked, which is, I mean, probably highly unlikely. But for a field goal that long, I mean, you got to hit it. It's got to hit. You got to hit it really low.
Right.
I mean, it's got to. It can't be. It can't be a boomer. So maybe they're thinking, well, you can get it blocked, or if he can't get it to the uprights, they could return it, which I could see that happening in that crazy ass game yesterday.
All right, so let's go over this real quick, Jackpot. A couple of things here. Let's do the Tennessee thing first. Josh Heupel's team kicked an onside kick. They're up 31-0.
I did. I didn't watch any of that game. I think it came on in prime time. Maybe I was watching Georgia fuck around with Kentucky and listening to Uncle Lou's live stream, which was just hilarious. He gets really mad at Georgia. He's like, in the second when they were behind, he's like, fuck it, fuck Georgia, fuck them. I hope they fucking lose. He's like, they're fucking terrible. But it was funny. I watched that, and I was watching Colorado. And believe it or not, I was switching back and forth and looking at Vanderbilt a little bit. Their do-wop feel-good season finally got one loss tacked on it. But what did Josh Heupel do?
So Josh Heupel his team kicked an onside kick. They were up 31-0 in the second quarter, and they kicked an onside kick. And, the whole people talking about the sportsmanship part of it and all of that. Look, I wouldn't have done that. But on the other end, here's the thing.
Well,
he paid him a shit ton of money to come there and play that game. I mean,
he likes to run it up, so
he does. And now, do I think do I think he should have done it? No, but in the end, who gives a shit?
LSU Hyper Ninja 9 says Nussmeier was the better quarterback yesterday. Well, I mean, he played all 4 quarters.
Yeah.
To be fair. So, yeah.
Yeah. TK says
did he break off a 75-yard touchdown run? I don't believe he did. I don't think he did. I don't see that happen.
I know that the kicker supposedly made that call because it was it was something he could audible and do, and that's fine. But I would think that, and I think there's a section of people that are like, hey, maybe it should have been like, hey, we're not going to be doing any audibles here. Just kick the ball off. Let's get the hell out of here. We're up 31-0 in the second quarter. No need to rub their nose in it. But I also think that when they need that play, now somebody's got tape on it. So there's that too. But in the end, I don't think it was that crazy of a play, but in the end, who gives a shit?
Thomas liked the video I put out earlier with the sad music at the beginning.
I haven't watched that yet, and I'm sure it's good.
Randall, I'm sorry that I yelled at you earlier. I'm sorry about that. You've been over here for a long time. You've even got a wrench on the channel. You're my buddy. I'm sorry about that. Team won yesterday, and congratulations. I didn't mean to be a jerk.
Yeah. No. Anyway, but in the end, that was that. Kentucky and Georgia was I don't know what to call it, Jackpot. Georgia had issues with Kentucky and ended up winning by a point.
Well, I went back and changed my pick, and I took Kentucky in that game, which was good because I didn't get very many right this week. But honestly, I knew, I felt like Kentucky wasn't as bad as what they showed last week against the Gamecocks. So I thought they were going to come out, and they did come out and play better. But, still, that game was just, it was bowl and shoe ugly. And then, on top of that, Georgia does one of these every year. Like 3 years ago, didn't they have a shitty game against Kent State when they only won by like 15 points or something?
The past 3 years, it's been every year before.
They've done it against Mizzou, and then they did it last year against Carolina and Auburn.
Right.
So I knew they were going to do one of these. They were due for it. So I just felt like, they got Alabama coming up. They ain't going to do it there. I'm like, this is something they normally do. And plus, I think Kentucky's covered the last 4 games in Lexington too. So,
yeah. All right. Well, there's that. 2 SEC teams took losses yesterday that they had no business. Mississippi State paid like $1.4 million for, was it Toledo that came in and beat their ass? That was the one, and then I can't remember the other one. Oh, and then Vanderbilt. The idea of them being ranked going to Mizzou went down the shitter when Georgia State beat that ass too. But
wait, what is this? Bowman Gray Stadium videos. Sorry. He says, did you see the guy that commented with your house as his profile picture? I don't know. Huh?
What?
How'd you know it was my house?
Yeah, that's with your house or whatever. Wait, what are you talking about?
That's weird. That's freaky.
That's very creepy. That wasn't Jackpot's house, I'm sure. Don't be.
Yeah, that's not funny. That's not like Jackpot's toilet or Jackpot's couch.
Yeah, that's pretty creepy.
We're riding around looking at people's houses.
Bowman Gray, because he said it. Well, whoever said it, that's creepy as fuck.
I don't remember that. That's weird.
I don't remember that either. But
Was that during the live stream yesterday? I
Uh,
didn't catch that part.
yeah. Yeah. I don't know where to go from here. So why don't we bring people into the show? Go ahead and answer LSU Hyper Ninja's question. Your thoughts on Ole Miss and South Carolina?
I mean, I don't. I mean, my whole thing is what can our offense do? Yeah, I don't. I think South Carolina's going to. To be honest with you, I mean, the score ended up being ugly, but Wake Forest kind of held them in check for a while last night. I mean, it was
their depth
like
will eventually get you, I think. But
it was 23-9 or something at halftime. So, and Wake was driving the score again. So, I think South Carolina can hold them. I think that one could play out kind of like the one yesterday did.
Well, all of it depends on Stellar's ankle.
Are you going to be able to score enough points against them to stay competitive?
Is Stellar's ankle healthy? That's big too. Hi, Billy.
Hi, guys.
How are you?
Yesterday I got up, and after the first quarter, I said, South Carolina's got this. And I had to go to town, run some errands, and I come back about the end of the game. I'm going, what the heck happened? But I thought it was a good game. The refs should never decide the outcome of a game, but it happened. And having said that, on to the onside kick. I was sitting here watching that game. I went, oh, my God, what the hell is he doing? And today, later on, we found out if you go back and look at the video, this is part of Kent State's strategy. They put two people on the very end up front, and they put like two people in the middle, and they coax you into kicking an onside kick because that's the only way they can get the ball to the 50-yard line. I mean, I'm not being funny, but they've done this before. So
you're down 31-0. You take your ass cutting into your check and go home.
Well, they did, and what else people don't know is Heupel offered him at halftime to do the run clock second half, and he said no. So, you give them 1.35. But back to the kickoff, if you go look at the video, there's like 20-yard gaps in their front line. So why wouldn't that kicker call that audible?
I get it, and look,
it was kind of chintzy when I seen it, but when you see the explanation,
in the end, though, I think Josh Heupel wants to run it up on. I think he likes to run it up on SEC teams and Power 5 teams, but I don't think that in his heart he wants to shame a damn.
No. He had Nico out in the middle of the second quarter, and
that's smart too because you don't want some
hurt. Exactly.
Some kid falling on his ankle and taking him out for a couple of weeks.
I mean, we played all the quarterbacks. I mean, damn, he's Schuler's son. Navy Schuler even got in the game. He runs the
Old Navy.
Navy Schuler. He even got the game fourth quarter, played most of the fourth quarter. So, like Devin Hayes said, it wasn't a good kick. It was just there was nobody up there on the front line. They had 20-yard gaps between their people. So,
yeah. I just thought, like Josh Pate was tweeting about it, so it's like obviously it pissed some people off.
Oh, it looks bad. I mean, I thought at first I said, "Oh my God."
I believe in the whole adage of, look, if you don't like what we're doing to you on a football field, the last gladiator sport that we have, fucking do something about it.
After I give you 1.35 million, they're going to make over $1 million next week too. I think they go to Penn State, so I think that is Kent State. But
oh my God,
what famous football coach played at Kent State? Trivia question.
What's that?
What famous?
That would be Nick Saban.
You got it.
Yeah,
you got it. He was there during the shootings too. But anyway,
he probably
69.
The Georgia Kentucky game. There's no such thing as moral victories, but I have to say there is. I think South Carolina got a lot of respect out of that game from playing Kentucky the way they did. So for what it's worth, I mean, it doesn't take away the sting from the game yesterday, but all in all, I mean, Georgia had their hands full. And I do not know why Stoops did not try to kick. Why did he punt at the very end? He didn't give his kicker a chance. If you've seen the end, he punted. You have nothing to lose. You're unranked. You're playing number 1 Georgia, and you get a chance to kick a field goal. So, but anyway, I'm eating these.
Hold on.
Yes, sir.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing over there?
What is it?
Look at this Coop character.
What is he saying?
He says, have you ever thought about moving? And then they're saying that's a picture of your house.
Do what?
Does that look like your house? I don't think it does. That's not your house. Or Jackpot may know who this is. I don't know.
I can't.
He asked to come by your house the other day. I remember in one of the comments, you just said no. You know this guy.
That is my house.
He asked to come by your house
weirdo?
yesterday, and you told him no.
I don't know, but
he asked to come by your house yesterday, and you told him no.
That's creepy, dude. That guy needs to go to the block list, my friend.
Yeah, let's get rid of him. See you later, Coop.
But anyway,
I'm trying to figure out where he's at so I can block him. But why would you take a picture of Jackpot's house?
Well, that you could get those off Google Earth.
Yeah, but still,
well,
Which
the
is
thing
even weirder.
What was even weirder is yesterday he asked to come by Jackpot's house yesterday, and you told him no. Jackpot, remember?
Yeah,
he asked. Can I come by your house? I'm going, what? But anyway, let me get off here. Other people waiting. Thank y'all.
All right, buddy.
Good night.
Sporty, welcome to the program.
Hey, what's up?
How you doing?
How you doing, Rob? How you doing, Jackpot?
Good. How are you?
What's going on?
Are you really that depressed? Are you drunk? Or are you just high from the ultimate frisbee? What's going on there, Sporty?
I'm just like disgusted.
36 hours. You got to get over that shit. Flush it and move on.
Yeah, gotta get ready for Akron. Big game next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big game next week.
I mean, they honestly should get the shit beat out of them.
Reason I'm scared is because, I mean, I don't trust Robbie Ashford at quarterback. Did he make a really good throw that got called back because that got called back?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. That was a good throw.
He also made a good throw on that last drive. He completed like a 30-yard pass.
Yeah, that was a good play there. There's two ways to go with this, and honestly, I've settled on this. Yes, did the officials blow a few calls? Yes, they definitely did. But at the same time, we just got to learn how to finish.
Mm-hmm. Keep the composure.
Yeah.
Yep. Completely agree with you there, Sporty.
Like,
the season's not over. Like, people were, it's not over.
No.
And that sounds silly, but you still have a shot at having a good season where, your over-under is at 5. Right now, you're what? You're 2-1. You're going to beat Akron. You're 3-1. You have that week off before you play Old Piss. Hey, I mean, you've done nothing so far to be ashamed of. So.
Yeah, it just kind of hurt in the moment. I saw some coaching mistakes where we blew there were some coaching mistakes. There were some errors we made. Like we had an opportunity to at least get a field goal at the end of the half, but play calling like Sellers hit Jared Brown down the sideline all the way inside like the 35, and we had a chance to like get into field goal range and maybe go up by 11.
Yeah.
at the end of the half.
Hopefully you can remedy this stuff and then move on, man. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, good luck, and we'll talk to you later on.
Yep, sounds good. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
All right. There you go.
Yeah.
Rob has an SDC bias. What's up, buddy? This is where you talk, sir.
Good evening, gentlemen. How are y'all doing?
Fucking Gamecock fans are on a fucking 8-minute delay from yesterday's game.
Can
Holy
you hear
shit.
me? Am I good? I'm good now, right?
Yeah,
I should be
yes. Here, let's give you some sign language. You're good.
Give me the Billy
You're
hands.
good.
Give me the Billy hands. How are y'all doing?
Fuck off.
Good.
What do you got?
Man, that was a tough game, man. Tough game, but I'll tell you what, this squad looks good. The more I thought about it, I'm trying to, be a little less sore from the refs gave all Gamecock Nation and think on the bright side, And damn, our team looked good, man. I think this is the year our defense has arrived. We're going to jump up and get some people. Rob, your predictions in peril. What was it? No wins in November?
You're not winning a game in October. No wins in October for second year in a row.
I don't know, man. I think we look good. Oklahoma, I think, is going to be our best bet, though. I think Oklahoma.
3 games. You got Oklahoma on the road. You got Alabama on the road, and you've got Ole Miss at home. Which one of those three?
I think Oklahoma is going to be the most like. Oklahoma would be the most likely, and we've already shown we can go and replicate it, away from home. I don't think it's a fluke at this point. Maybe we disagree.
I think Oklahoma's a better team than Kentucky is.
You think they're better than LSU?
I think
they're probably about on par. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Who is that?
There, Oklahoma.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a different kind of team. You know what I mean?
But that's going to be our best bet for sure. Ole Miss, I mean, the thing with Ole Miss is if our defense can feed off the crowd in that game like they did in this LSU game, we're going to keep it close. I don't think that game's by far going to be a blowout. This defense doesn't seem like it.
It's shocking here that someone named LSU Hyper Ninja 9 would say LSU is way better than Oklahoma.
Yeah, I'm sure he has no bias there.
No, absolutely none. I don't know. They haven't looked that good this year. I think Tennessee's an 8-point favorite against them this coming up week. I think they blow them out. I mean,
we'll see what they look like then. But Akron, we should beat the fuck out of Akron. I'm assuming they probably just sit Sellers versus Akron. What do y'all think? I doubt it.
Well, I hope they don't. If he's able to play, he needs to go because he needs more repetitions.
Well, that's what you hope. And the thing is, he's looked better week to week. It just sucks he went down for that injury. And I don't know if you heard the post-game press conference. He basically, I don't know if this is true because, he said it post-game, but he was saying it was a sprain. And on that one drive where they put him back in, they had him on an RPO. And it was like a clear quarterback read that he handed off. And he said he didn't, just didn't look like Lenoris was fully there as far as agility goes.
Yeah.
But, man, it was a tough game. I'll tell you, I can't remember a game where I felt this shafted by outside sources. Can you, Cale?
No.
It was just so odd. I was looking at some stats. LSU, while they did have penalties called on them, what I read was only 2 of them were in-game penalties. So, they had your procedural violations that you have to call. But as far as holdings, all that,
they were holding the entire game. Dylan Stewart didn't have any stats yesterday.
I just saw an Instagram account that posted about 8 or 9 pictures. I think on every single scoring drive, there's a picture too of Dylan Stewart getting fucking held.
Yeah, this number 50, I think he was for LSU. They put this thing up about him on Instagram or Twitter that whatever was his name, Campbell. I think that may have been.
Yeah, I can't remember.
But, about how he gave up 0 sacks yesterday, blah blah. Yeah, and then right below it they had the picture of him like holding Dylan Stewart, like basically dragging him down by the back of his jersey.
It was. It was just insane how one-sided that refereeing felt, and it was every big play the Gamecocks had. You knew there was a flag. You look down at the fucking
Emory
screen. You're seeing yellow.
Okay, yeah.
I can't remember a game, let alone a Carolina game, in which a team has received such one-sided calls. And y'all haven't even talked about that pass interference.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was.
They called illegal man downfield on a fucking wide receiver. What the fuck is that? They called it on Jared Brown, illegal man downfield, on a first down throw.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, that was what they were calling the phantom pass interference call.
No, that was on the PI. There was another one where they called illegal man downfield on a wide receiver. Literally.
I didn't get that call.
I'm telling you, we haven't talked about it in a while. You know what needed to be flung onto that field yesterday? Mustard bottles.
It was deserved. That game deserved a mustard
bottle. I would have thrown the yellow golf ball at Brian Kelly if somebody would have thrown the mustard.
And the thing is, every time they cut to Brian Kelly, he's over there fucking chatting with the refs on the sideline. Got 2 refs on his right and left, man. The whole fucking game. It just felt odd, man.
I saw him a couple of times. He looked like he was about to have a stroke.
That too, yeah. Which, again, the horse collar was bullshit. The fucking penalty they called back on the other one, he's eligible to make a tackle. At that point, he's a fucking defender. He's not a quarterback.
If you hit the quarterback like that, they're going to call that.
Well, they let fucking Coastal Carolina molest Zach Wilson and not call it. But we breathe on Nessmeyer, and they call back a fucking 102
Well, hold on. He hit him. He hit him because as soon as he hit him, he's like, oh, he hit him. He hit him with the forearm. Now, did Nussmeier act it up a little bit? Yeah, but he hit that guy. Yeah. So I don't feel sorry for him on that play. You can give me the illegal man downfield. I'll buy that. The horse collar, I'll buy that.
Well, but another thing,
that's the one where everybody's pissed off. Fuck off. He shouldn't have hit him. That was undisciplined, and the coaches have got to coach him up better on that because you cannot hit the quarterback on a run back. They will call it. It doesn't matter if it can go and do it. The best thing to do is just let him go. He's not going to be in a position to make a fucking play anyway. So don't touch him. All right?
I think he gets excited sometimes. He wasn't given the opportunity to make these kind of plays at Georgia Tech because,
Well, and you know what else was concerning was the lack of reviews for key South Carolina plays. I mean, you saw on the fucking Ashford fumble how do they not even review that for the arm going forward? He's sitting there cocking back a pass, and the ball's getting swatted. They don't even review it. Then they spend 4 minutes on a play trying to figure out how they can call this a catch without even looking at the fact that the dude is fucking illegal touching. He wasn't pushed out of bounds at all. And they spend 4 minutes looking at this fucking play and don't even check for illegal touching. Every single key play for South Carolina wasn't reviewed. You can't tell me that Ashford fumble didn't deserve a review at least.
Yeah.
At the bare minimum.
In the end, though, bitching about officials is not going to get you anywhere.
No, I'm going to do it for today, though. I deserve to do it for at least one day.
That's fine. But in the end, you can bitch all you want. The refs made that call, and you got to go with it. So...
Sons of bitches, man. Yeah. Well, I know he sent that shit into the SEC league. I mean, that's, obviously nothing's going to come from that. But I don't.
Here's the thing, though. Even once you send it in on that stuff, what the fuck? And let's say they issue you an apology. They're not going to take that win back.
Yeah.
So why even say anything? Fuck them. Just try to win and get yourself in a better spot.
It's just, I don't feel like these fuckers should be reffing SEC games anymore after that performance. That should be like, they're done. You can't have these guys come back.
The league office will tell you that they evaluate each crew over each week, and they do what they can to put together good crews to try to make it correct. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it just felt weird, man. And you know, you figure maybe you're at home, you get some homer calls. Where the fuck was our homer call? We didn't get a single call go our way, man. All right,
I
you
mean,
get Clemson and Death Valley, they're getting all the fucking homer calls. Let's just keep it real. Let's just keep it on. How many times have we saw it? How many
okay,
times have we fucking saw it?
okay.
But enough
I-
about that. Enough about that. I am excited about our team. I think
Really?
we're gonna dominate Akron.
I mean, you should.
Yeah, I think we're gonna beat the fuck out of Akron. And Rob, I was kind of agreeing with what you were saying earlier about the over pursuing. I was seeing that as well. It seems like our edges aren't they keep contained, but they keep a really deep fucking contain is what I was seeing.
They
And
end up over pursuing the quarterback, which means when he steps up, instead of going to the full 7-step drop, if he goes to a 3 or 5-step drop, they're running past him and then they're running back towards him.
yeah, and that was a really good adjustment LSU actually made. Was I saw in the second half on a lot of their passing plays, they were actually rolling out a guard, almost like a run play, just to come and clip that edge. And Nessmeyer was obviously just taking it right through that gap. So yeah,
Well, and if you
obviously
look
they're going to
at
evaluate that.
Kentucky's quarterback, they didn't make any adjustments. He was doing that 7-step drop every play,
Yeah.
and that's why you guys ate him up.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Which I think we'll see more of the same. Another thing I saw is the Gamecocks 54 quarterback pressures through 3 weeks. What do you guys think about that? That's elite.
It's pretty
A
good.
lot of it's, I mean, it is an elite number. A lot of it's your scheme, though. You're trying to get after the quarterback. So yeah.
That's true too. How is Kennard a senior? How long we got this man for?
I gotta look. I can't remember. I think he's a junior.
God, I hope he stays another year, man. This
Yeah, we'll see how that
defense,
goes.
it's a young team too. I don't know what y'all think about this, but it feels like this team is this team's emerging, in my opinion. I know we're only 3 weeks into the season, but the performances I'm seeing a lot of the swaggers coming back to the defense. That's mainly what we've lost since the 2010s.
Yeah,
Is
there's
this
a lot of
motherfuckers who wanna-
swagger and athleticism.
That's what you need on a winning defense. I mean, you look at all the Clemson's fucking winning defenses.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest, they had swagger. You look at Alabama, these motherfuckers come out, they want to hit you in the mouth. All right, and we haven't seen that in South Carolina in about a
back in
decade.
the day. Yeah, you haven't seen that since like 2012.
Exactly right, and I'm starting to see that from this team, which it's given me not pause for concern, but it's given me optimism. I think this year, I know it's a tough schedule, but you play the schedule you play. I think we're going to come out and we're going to turn some heads. All right, I think this team has the making to be similar to what that breakout Missouri team was last year, I believe. Actually, yeah, different schematically.
Well, the weird thing is Missouri barely beat a team last year at home early in the season. Middle Tennessee State, another team that wears blue and gray in their uniforms, 23-19.
Yeah.
And they lost a shitty game against LSU too that was back and forth.
Well, and that's another thing I wanted to talk about is I have an opinion on how this season's going.
Well,
obviously, we've
coincidences
seen
there. That's more coincidences than a sports talk jabroni video.
Well, I was also going to say I have a theory on why we've seen so many shitters between great teams, just barely scraping the fucking toilet bowl versus shitty teams. I think it has to do with a buy-in, man. I mean, you get these players on these shitty teams. They're there for 4 years. They're not in it for NIL. They're in it for the fucking badge, man. They're in it to play football. And you get these guys in Georgia. We'll use Georgia, for example. They should have went out and blew out Kentucky. All right? But you get these guys coming in. They're playing for NIL. They're not playing for Georgia. And that's the problem I'm seeing with all these big teams. Everybody's just shitting the bed versus these.
That is an issue, man. All right, we got it. We got to move on, man. I got a ton of people waiting, but as always,
Yeah, man. Horns down, go Cox. Best D line in the country. All right, baby.
All right, jackpot. By the way, I looked it up. Oklahoma under Venables has 2 home losses since he started there. They lost to Baylor and Kansas in his first year, but since then they are.
They're undefeated at home.
Yeah, they're well, but in his time there, they got 2 losses.
So
Period.
what is this? Is this his 3rd year?
This is 3rd year, so they're 13-2.
Huh.
As far as home games, and they lost to Kansas and Baylor his first year there. That's it. So just throwing that out there. Not that any of that matters, but home field does matter to an extent. Harry, welcome to the program.
How's it going, guys?
Good.
What's up?
If you are a student of the game and you've watched ball as long as I have, sometimes you get took back in time. That's what I saw yesterday. It was a flashback to the late 70s, early 80s, and the wars in the trenches that we used to have with Clemson and South Carolina and every damn body. That was the way football was played. And I think it was by design. Truly believe that. Kentucky said, no, you're not going to run the ball on us. You're not going to pass the ball on us because we're going to pressure your butts all night. They did. I tell you what, that was a good game plan they had. And we didn't answer the bell. Sure didn't.
Right.
Won the game, though.
We got the W, and that's all that matters. But I think that was a learning experience for a lot.
Sometimes you got to have those kind of wins to build a little bit of grit, I guess.
Well, I mean, this is a new team.
Yeah.
They're trying to play together, so they got to experience the bad too together. And when you get punched in the mouth and you get your ass kicked, then you kind of wake up a little bit and say, wait a minute now. But that was insightful. I think it was a very insightful game, and we have at least one of those.
Jackpot's over here fighting with himself.
I'm over here fighting with my cup.
Oh, shit.
It was a Vanderbilt cup. It took a dive just like their team did yesterday.
Yeah.
I watched a lot of ball yesterday, and hopefully get to watch a lot of ball this coming Saturday. I was tired yesterday, I believe, coming back from the beach and all that. But anyway, South Carolina, I got to see all y'all's game. Lord have mercy. That's all I'm gonna say about it, Gabe.
Yeah, Harry doesn't want to get fined by the SEC.
Yeah.
They fine fucking everybody. They'll find you and send you a fine like they would a parking ticket in Birmingham.
Those son of a bitches got us too. I think the SEC refs in our game were following NFL rules. We got flags.
I think every SEC fan base can come to you at some juncture and give you one time where the SEC officials have fucked them. I mean, I honestly, I think that we can go to every team and it's like that. So
I mean, and they're human too. I understand that, but for the love of Pete, dude, I've refereed back in the day for a bit, and when I was in college, trying to make up another buck, and we took it serious. I mean, we didn't. If we saw the call, we made the call, and as I learned more and more and more, it became easier and easier and easier to call a game, and it just flowed. You know what I mean? Let the guys play until they do something fun. So,
come here.
But such is life. And I'll go ahead and bow on out of here. But I can't wait to talk to Marty Ross. I hadn't got the chance to do that yet. So,
I haven't heard from Big Marty Ross. He might be hammered. I don't know. I may text him and see where the hell he's at. What's going on, Big Marty Ross?
He might. Let's see. It's nighttime, so he's not hunting. So
yeah,
he had the
all right,
MMA
buddy.
deal. But anyway, y'all be good, and we'll talk to you later.
All right,
What's his coach for Chicago? What's his name? Eberflus? Is that guy's name?
I wish it was like that. I need to have a buzzer on here because I don't think that that's correct. I don't think that's correct at all. At least I'm googling it here. Hold on, we'll find out why. What is he over there acting silly? Chicago Bears coach pronunciation.
LSU Hyper Ninja says, "Look, just get ready for women's basketball season." Yeah, well, no, we know you guys definitely won't, since we own your asses. Smack you around a little bit. Smack you around a little bit in that, kind of like we smacked you around in football yesterday. They weren't expecting that, huh?
Wait a minute, Jackpot. I think you had it right. I apologize. According to Google, Eberflus.
Yeah,
That's how you pronounce
Eberflus.
his name. Yeah. Look, Jackpot got it right. I thought Jackpot was butchering it. My bad.
That guy sucks.
All right, Dylan, welcome to the program.
Why didn't Kentucky go for it on 4th and 8?
Because Coach Stoops told him not to. That's why.
I
don't know.
I mean, Georgia did fumble the ball 3 times, and we couldn't pick up a damn fumble to save our lives.
Yeah. I don't know, buddy.
Even on that last Georgia drive, they fumbled the ball, and we literally had a player looking at the ball. Like, I'm just going to look at the ball and not jump on the fucking ball.
Cool. All right, Dylan. Well, you have a good evening, sir.
Okay.
All right.
There you go, Dylan. What? I don't know what my girls and her are talking about something. I don't know what they're talking about. All right. Anyway, there's Big Barney Ross. He is alive. Very good.
All right. Thank God.
Big Barney Ross may have hit that big bottle of bourbon in the sky after that loss. So we shall see. SEC Dog says, even if Kentucky hadn't gotten the first down, they had timeouts left. UJ fan, I was happy the human potato punted.
What?
Yeah, there's that too.
The human baked potato.
The human potato. That's funny. We were worried about you, Big Barney Ross, because I can't imagine the bourbon that would have been drank if Kentucky would have won. Big Barney Ross probably has a special bourbon for when they beat Kentucky or they beat Georgia.
Well, it's been
$5
cracked open since 2006.
Oh, yeah, some shit from fucking King Louis brewery or some shit. I don't know. Big Barney Ross knows all about. He says I do exactly.
Just well aged.
I put the number out here last night. The last guy was what makes this channel special. I was trying to move on to other people. It's nothing against Dylan. He calls all the time. Calm down. Anyway, there you go. Put the number here one more time.
What did they say?
They were upset. They thought I cut Dylan off. I just was trying to move on. I wanted to make sure we kept the show moving there, sir. Sorry. All right. Anyway, I didn't hurt his feelings. Dylan's texting me all the time, so asking me about picks and everything else. Got no problem with Dylan. Wayne says you just wait until the Bourbon Barrel Bowl when Tennessee goes and shows Kentucky why Tennessee is their daddy. Okay, terrific.
Yeah.
By the way, Tennessee plays at Oklahoma this weekend, Jackpot.
Yeah.
It's going to be an interesting game. No line on that yet. I haven't seen a line on that yet.
I saw Tennessee was favored by 8.
There?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Well, I mean, they've been running up a lot of points this year, and Oklahoma's, yeah. I mean, Oklahoma hasn't looked impressive. I think the game that against Houston was the one that really was the one that made
16-12 that game, something like that.
Look unimpressive. Yeah, 34-19 yesterday against Tulane, could have been acceptable, I think, if they had beaten Houston by 5 or 6 touchdowns. So
that's an interesting matchup, Jackpot. We'll see how that one rolls, man. What was the other game that I was looking at next? There's another. What's the other big game, Jackpot? I can't remember.
Michigan and Southern Cal play.
Yeah, let's give out the games that we're gonna have for the challenge next week. Let's put these up here. Hold on. Let's see here. So we got Kansas at West Virginia, Rutgers at Virginia Tech, Clemson and NC State, Southern Cal and Michigan, Georgia Tech and Louisville, Tennessee and Oklahoma, South Carolina and Akron, Michigan State and Boston College, Cal and Florida State, Arkansas and Auburn, and the shitter is Florida and Mississippi State.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, everybody was talking about this week being tough. This coming week 4 here, there's not a lot of great games this week either, really.
I would say that best game is going to be the Oklahoma-Tennessee game. I think that's fair. The rest of them are – oh, we didn't mention this, Jackpot. Florida State and Florida are both 0-3. I cannot tell you how happy that makes me.
What is that?
Florida State and Florida are no Florida. I'm sorry. Florida State's 0-3. Florida's 1-2.
Florida's 1-2.
They have one win through 6 games between the two of them.
Yeah, Florida's lost 2 home. They've lost 2 games at home.
Yeah,
I got blown out twice at home too. Yeah, I got that one wrong yesterday on that pick. That was dead wrong on that. That was bad.
Mizzou got you too. You were big on Mizzou covering.
Yeah. What a fucking wet fart. I mean, they pissed me off. I really didn't get to watch much of their game because ours was on and I was really trying into that and I was paying attention to it and trying to stream at the same time. But I did have Mizzou and Boston College over here on the other TV, and they just looked kind of stuck in mud yesterday. Couldn't really do
I think
it right.
Boston College was a bad matchup for them because
the angles from Mizzou's field just look so weird from the TV angles. It's just like I don't know what it is about their field. It's with the sideway, the slanted numbers on the yard lines. It does something to me. I don't know. Field's ugly.
Well, I don't think they're going to fire Norvell, but I think Napier's gone. Don't you?
Well, I heard there were rumors he was going to be gone today,
but no announcement. So
no, and they always, if they fire him, they always fire him on a Sunday. Because you got to start getting ready for usually.
Yeah.
I don't think Tommy Bowden got fired on a Sunday.
Well, fuck
that was during the week. Will Muschamp got fired on Sunday.
Will Muschamp was he was let go that morning. He drove up and they're like, get your shit.
Yeah, that was during COVID too. He got fired. He get fired on the Zoom meeting. he got let go. I remember the news broke that afternoon. I was sitting here at the house. I was out on the front porch actually with the wife. She's smoking cigarettes like 2:00, I think, and it starts coming across Twitter and everywhere that he had been let go.
Yeah. But anyway, that's this. I remember there was he made the change on his Twitter thing from at Will Muschamp SC to at just Will Muschamp, and I was like, oh, he's gone.
Yeah, gotta go change that first. That's a subtle way of letting everybody else know.
Yeah, that's a subtle way of breaking it before the university can put out their polished thing. Just go change my Twitter handle from at Will Muschamp SC to at Will Muschamp. So fuck that guy.
Yeah, I'm sure people were probably checking it too because everybody probably knew that was coming.
I know I was checking it. I posted it on my blog page as soon as it happened. So, yeah, that's coaches do that shit now. The coaches
I think that was a loss.
Twitter count.
We lose to Ole Miss, I think.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, you lost to Ole Miss. That's where Lane Kiffin was throwing his clipboard down the field or whatever.
Yeah.
Y'all got blown out down there.
Yeah, well, yeah. We scored a lot, but got blown out. What was that quarterback's name? Damn, I can't remember what his name was. I was calling him the beach bum. This kid with the
Matt Corral.
Yes, that's right. He was the beach bum because he was from Ventura, California. And I'm like, look at this fucking asswipe. I'm like, he's a fucking beach bum. I was so fucking mad. That was just horrible. And then everybody that played on the team that was any good that played defense decided to quit because he'd gotten fired, which was just total shit. J.C. Horn quit. Mukwamo quit the team. Fuckers.
Yeah, all of them quit. They were like ants. Good night, Scarlett. Yeah, they were like ants. They were all just running out. All right, so standings are updated. RobinKaleShow.com. They're right there for you. We'll have the new form out tomorrow. You can fill out for week 4. So that'll be ready for you too. You got anything else you want? Oh, yeah, we already put the games out there. Anything else you want to put out there, Jackpot, before we leave?
LSU Hyper Ninja, who we probably won't see the rest of this year. So thank you for coming around the comment section. It says, Carolina Jackpot, Beamer needs to wear a rooster outfit at the press conference where he lays an egg with the excuses about the refs.
Well, and by the way,
roosters don't lay eggs, so that's kind of dumb.
That's a good point. One thing too, the reporters yesterday were trying to tee him up, like feeding him questions about, the refs and all that. I counted like 4 or 5 questions in the press conference where they were like, the refs this, the refs that, and like, you got to give Beamer credit. He didn't take the bait. He just sat there and deadpanned it. And just gave the answer that he should have. So I give Beamer credit when he deserves it. He didn't take the opportunity to, hit the softball question to Europe. He didn't do that. So there's that, Jackpot. There's something. Yeah. So, all right, man. Well, we appreciate you guys, and we will see you later.
Super chat.
Yeah, read a super
chat. Pot, I owe you one for the last. Go Vols. Thank you, Wayne. Go Vols.
Look at Jackpot being a fan of the people. All right, appreciate you guys. See you later on.